All right, another super beautiful day in Kyoto. It's actually our last day in Kyoto before we head out to Tokyo. We were here for about 20 days and had an amazing time. Hopefully you've been enjoying all these YouTube videos. And so I wanted to share with you some practical thoughts on some little random mini life epiphanies that I've had. So the first one is, I think the purpose of life is to create new stuff. And I think that's when we're actually the happiest. So I've been getting lots of inspiration watching the Lego movie. Also, I've just been getting more inspiration just making more photos and making more videos, making more blog posts, and it's been amazing. I feel like I'm a stream of water. I feel like the information, the art, the stuff that I'm just making just kind of flowing out of me. And it's just been so empowering because when you're in that creative flow, you're just very much like water, is that all this stuff's coming out of you without inhibition. And the reason why I like this analogy of water is that water doesn't pause and take breaks. So if you look at a rushing river, so I'm a big fan of the Kamo River here in Kyoto. If you look at a huge rushing water stream or a river, it's always moving, and like if you choose one like part of the river, it's never static. It's always constantly moving. And water is infinite, which is pretty awesome. Well, I mean, I'm sure that I'm wrong in terms of physics, but water is infinite in the sense that it keeps flowing, it keeps creating, and it keeps recycling. And so for me, as an artist and as a human being, I'm actually the happiest when I'm making stuff, when I'm walking, when I'm exploring, when I'm creating it with new ideas, when I'm sharing. And so some practical ways this I think could change the world for the better and also just make you happier is whenever you opt to do anything in life, if you just want to be happy in life, just make more stuff. And in order to make more stuff, my practical recommendation is remove as much friction as possible. So what I mean by that is this. A lot of us want to create more photos, a lot of us want to create more videos, a lot of us want to write more, but there's so much friction. And friction could be manifested via self-doubt, fear of negative judgment from others, fear of failure. Also, perfectionism often gets in the way, is that like we want to make something, but we want to make it so perfect that we just never start. So we get paralysis by analysis, is that you become paralyzed because you overanalyze whatever you want to create and therefore you just don't do anything. And I mean, if you think about just human life, it's short. I mean, at best we'll, let's say, live to be like 90 years old. Why waste life acquiring stuff like buying cars, houses, clothes, and stuff? And even in photography, a lot of us want to buy more camera gear. You know, we want to buy new cameras and lenses and blah blah. But we forget the point. The point of buying new gear or equipment isn't to have the gear for the sake of it. It's to rather have the tools and equipment which empowers and allows us to create. So honestly, I think 99% of people will be best benefited if we just made more photos with our phone, or, you know, made videos with our phone. Like even this video, I'm just using the Samsung S7 Edge, and I'm just using the selfie video. And I'm just essentially making this video while walking on the streets. And to me, it's actually super awesome because the phone has built-in stabilization, and also, you know, since it's an Android phone, it integrates with YouTube quite easily, so I could just upload the videos straight up to YouTube without having to transfer files and whatever. And it's actually funny because probably the biggest reason why I'm doing this this thing on the phone and not using the Lumix LX100, which I've been doing the last few days, is because the Lumix has a huge dot on the sensor now, and I actually don't know really what caused it, but I mean, I'll still probably keep using it. But once again, I've been having so much joy and so much fun just walking with you and sharing ideas, and I've just been feeling super empowered. And you know, I've been thinking a lot about like, you know, cameras and digital technology, and especially that a lot of my cameras have been breaking on me. So like my Ricoh GR2, the shutter button, the aperture blades are stuck, so I turn on the camera, the LCD screen's black, so I had to take a photo for it to unfreeze. And so that's a bit annoying, but I still been using it because I like to take photos. And then the LX100, which was really awesome for a while, but the issue with the LX100 was there's a huge sensor dust on it now. I don't know what caused that, so I guess that's one of the small downsides of non-interchangeable lenses on cameras. But then, you know, the cool thing is that it inspired me to, I'm like, okay, you know, I've run out of equipment, and I don't like to buy new stuff because I don't think it's really a good use of money. So I was like, okay, what can I use instead? It's like, oh, maybe I'll just use the phone. And so that's actually gonna give me a huge new sense of inspiration. Even my buddy Simon Jacobs, who's starting his own YouTube channel, he has like this super cool rig on just his iPhone. And so even as a creator, just using the simplest tool as possible, using your iPhone. Ooh, this stuff looks good. Cindy wanted me to buy one of these, but I don't think that they're probably very good. But anyways, so, and also the cool thing about just making, and the reason why I might start doing more stuff on the phone too, is that even when you're recording a video, you could actually take photos while you're doing it. And also when you're walking, I'm using the selfie camera, and you could see yourself walking, so you don't have to deal with some stupid video camera with a flip screen or whatever. Man, today is such a nice day here in Kyoto. It's like 80 degrees right now. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy. I feel like I'm in Vietnam again. So anyways, so the practical suggestions I have is, if you want to be happier, more fulfilled, just focus on creating more. So as a photographer, don't focus so much on like having to make the world's best photographs, because that's something you don't really have control over. My practical recommendation is just focus on being more prolific as a photographer, to essentially make more photos, to, you know, shoot more with your phone, or just like a Ricoh GR2 camera, or something that's super simple, something that's small. Generally, I found that with creation, to be a content creator or whatever, just any tool that allows you to have the least amount of friction is better. And generally, the smaller something is, the better it is. And also, the smaller, more compact and lighter it is, you just end up carrying it with you everywhere you go. The street's a little bit loud. I'm gonna walk back this way again. And yeah, so the purpose isn't to have the best tool, but I would actually say the purpose is to have the simplest tool possible. And even in photography, I've been shooting like only JPEGs. I haven't even been using RAW. And then the nice reason I like about using JPEG is that it just makes the whole process easier, is that I just shoot JPEG and I could just instantly upload the photos without having to do any post-production work. And even a lot of people nowadays in video, they're getting so, you know, crazy about shooting raw footage on their videos. But I'm like, oh my god, that's just adding so many layers of complexity, which is not really necessary unless you're maybe doing a feature film or something super epic. So I would just recommend to just keep it simple. Just, I don't know, shoot 1080. I don't even think I don't think you really need 4K unless you have access to a super fast internet connection. Then I guess it's, you know, why not? So yeah, once again, keep it simple, create more, stay motivated, stay positive. The world is such an amazing place. Just keep exploring, keep walking if you need some inspiration. And yeah, my practical recommendation too is think of yourself as an entrepreneur, a content creator. Think of yourself as somebody who has control over their destiny. Always smile, be positive. And also, of course, I want to give a plug for my new course, Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Photography Entrepreneurship, and also my other course, Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Photography. Just all these mental tools and these ideas. And also we have all this extra bonus stuff, which is worth a lot of money, that is included as free digital downloads. So more description in the links below. I think there's about like a week left on the discounts as well as the extra freebies. So make sure not to miss out on that. And yeah, just always stay motivated, keep creating images and hopefully I can give you guys some more tips and tricks on creating more content, creating more videos, and being the change which you wish to see in the world. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.